Welcome back, aspiring coders. We are officially diving into part 16 of our CPC exam series. I am so thrilled you're here because today we're tackling the absolute foundation of diagnosis coding. We're going to decode the fundamental building blocks of ICD-10-CM. Seriously, if you've ever stared at a massive string of letters and numbers in a medical chart and felt, completely lost, well, this is the explainer that changes everything. We're going to start physically building these codes in just a second. But first, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to Decode Healthcare with Harshal. Your support literally keeps this explainer series going, and it helps other focused learners just like you totally conquer their exams.
All right, here's our quick roadmap for today. Number 1, the purpose of ICD-10-CM. Number 2, structure and decimal rules. 3, seventh characters and placeholders. 4, coding for laterality. And 5, our summary and a look ahead to part 17.
Section 1. Purpose of ICD-10-CM. So ICD-10-CM isn't just some giant list of diseases. It's actually a standardized clinical language. Its core functions cover clinical communication, disease tracking, and healthcare research. But for you as a medical coder, the absolute most crucial function is that last one, justifying medical necessity. Think of it like a bridge. Without this manual linking the patient's condition directly to the services performed, those CPT and HCPCS claims, they are getting completely rejected by payers. And let me tell you, that is a very fast way to make enemies in the billing department. And that right there is exactly why you need to care about this for your certification. To put it into perspective, ICD-10-CM diagnosis coding makes up roughly 15% of your entire CPC exam. That's a huge chunk. Mastering these 21 chapters is a high-value strategy that's going to drastically boost your score.
Moving right along to Section 2, Structure and Decimal Rules.
Okay, think of code construction like a really strict building block system. Step 1. Every single ICD-10-CM code always begins with a letter, no exceptions. Step 2. You add up to 6 additional alphanumeric characters. That means your final code is going to be somewhere between 3 and 7 characters long. And step 3, actually, listen to me carefully on this one. The decimal point is placed strictly after the third character, always. It represents the category. The decimal is not just some optional formatting thing, it is an absolute structural rule. Which brings us to the code completeness rule. You absolutely must always code to the highest level of specificity available. A major exam trap is the truncated code. Listen, if a category has subcategories that require 4, 5, 6, or 7 characters, a 3-character code is completely invalid. You can't just stop halfway. You must fully expand it. Next up, Section 3, seventh characters and placeholders.
Now, this is a massive area where test takers lose points. Let's say we have a base code of S00.5, right? That's only 4 characters, but the rules dictate we need a 7th character extension for the encounter type. Well, we can't just slap it on the end to make it a 5-character code. No way. We absolutely must use the placeholder X in those empty 5th and 6th spots. Why? Just to push that A all the way into the mandatory 7th position. Without that X, the code is totally invalid.
So what exactly are those 7th character extensions? Well, here are the most common ones you're going to see on the exam. A is for initial encounter, which basically means active treatment. D is for subsequent encounter, so that's your routine healing and follow-up phase. And S is for sequela, or a late effect. The classic exam trap here is confusing initial active care with routine healing. You definitely want to lock this table into your memory.
All right, Section 4. Coding for laterality. ICD-10-CM really forces precision. When a condition can occur on the right or left side, the code is going to require a laterality digit. Generally speaking, 1 equals right, 2 equals left, 3 means bilateral, and 0 or 9 means unspecified.
Now, why does this matter? Because you have to code the most specific supported laterality to prevent claim rejections. A classic exam mistake, and honestly a real-world billing disaster, is just defaulting to an unspecified code when the provider's documentation clearly states right or left. Look, if the detail is there, you must capture it.
And finally, Section 5, Summary and Part 17.
Okay, here is your high-yield cheat sheet for today's lesson. Seriously, take a screenshot right now. Ready? Remember, decimals strictly go after the third character. Always code to the highest level of specificity. If a 7th character is mandatory, you've got to use that X placeholder to push it to the 7th spot. And always specify laterality if the documentation supports it.
Coming up in Part 17, we're going to dive deep into the official guidelines. We'll decode the difference between NEC and NOS, and we'll untangle the really strict sequencing rules of excludes 1 versus excludes 2 notes. Trust me, you won't want to miss it.
Before we go, I want to leave you with a quick test of your coding math. If you have a 4-character base code, but the guidelines require a 7th character extension, exactly how many placeholder X's do you need to add? Think about it, drop your answers below, and keep decoding your way to success. I will see you in the next explainer.